Good morning students. I am Manisha Patra from Electrical Department NIT Ravagala. Today we are going to conduct the experiment number 2, that is determination of unknown inductance and Q factor using Hayes bridge. Let us start the demonstration for this experiment. Okay. In this experiment there are 4 apparatus are required. First, Hayes bridge, trainer, this one. Second, multimeter, digital multimeter. Next, patch cuts as per required. Next, CRO. Okay, let us start the experiment. First, connect the terminals by using patch cuts. Connect 1 and 2. Next, connect 6 and 9 terminal. Next, take another patch cord, connect 12 and 13 terminal. Next, take another patch cord, connect 16 and 17. Then connect CRO probe to terminal 22 and 23. And keep this amplitude control in maximum position and this frequency control in minimum position. Switch on the power button. Switch on the power button of Hayes bridge trainer. Then check the CRO. Auto set. Here amplitude, by adjusting amplitude control, it looks like sine waveform, perfect sine waveform. Then vary the frequency control from minimum to 2 kilohertz. Set frequency 2 kilohertz. So increase. When the frequency is 2 kilohertz, check by using CRO. By increasing the value of frequency control, that should be 2 kilohertz. So increase slowly the frequency 1.39, 1.43. Here 2 kilohertz. Perfect. Next, switch off the power and disconnect the CRO probe from terminal 22 to 23 and take one patch cord and connect the terminal between 10 and 22 and take another patch cord, connect the terminal between 11 and 23 and take two more patch cord, connect between 18 and 19 and this 18 and 19 connect to CRO probe for balancing the bridge. So the R2 must be in minimum position. So switch on the power and check the value of null detector peak to peak voltage, where the peak to peak voltage is minimum. That is the balance condition of this bridge. So here peak to peak voltage is 80. 80 is minimum. Then the value is slightly increased, so 80 60 millivolt. So then switch up the power and take the value of R2 by using multimeter. Value of R2 is 0.624. So value of R2 is 0.624. This is table number 0.64 kilo ohm. So calculate the value of LX1 by using this formula, R3 R2 C1 by 1 plus 2 pi f R1 C1 square. So here R3 is 500 ohm given and R2 0.624 kilo ohm, that is 624 ohm, and C1 is 220 nanofarad. So 220 into 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 1 plus 2 into pi 3.14. F value 2 किलोहर्ट्ज सेट किया. So 2000 into R11 28 ohm is given, R11 28 ohm, and C1 is 220 nanofarad, so 10 to the power 9. So I have to calculate this. So this one 0.06823 Henry, that is 68.23 milli Henry. So you have to write here 68.23 milli Henry. So for calculating Rx1, so 2 to 3.14, F 2 kilohertz 2000, C1 220 nanofarad, 10 to the power minus 9 square. R11 is given 28 ohm into R3 is 500 ohm into R2 is 624 ohm divided 1 plus 2 into 3.14 into 2000 into R11 28 ohm into C1 is 220 into 10 to the power minus 9 square. So value is 66.305 ohm. So Rx1 is 66.305 ohm. So then calculate the value of Q1 equal to 2 pi, pi equal to 3.14 into F is 2000 into LX1 is 68.23, LX1 68.23 into 10 to the power minus 3 and divided RX1 is 66.305. So calculate. So the value is 12.92, that is greater than 10. So next, for LX1 RX1, next table you have to connect this terminal, only change from 9 to 7 and same connection, and this R2 you have to reconnect the wire 1, 2 and 16, 17. So the connection is 1, 2, no R1, 2 में 7, 9 terminal, next 12 and 13 same, 16 and 17 same as previous, and this 18, 19 connect to CRO. So now this one fixed 2 kilowatts already set before, and this amplitude controller also set, and this potentiometer in minimum position. So switch on the power and check the peak to peak voltage by varying the value of R2 very precisely. The value of R2 must be vary. Where peak to peak voltage is minimum, the breeze is in balance condition. The potential difference is minimum, that is the balance condition of the breeze now. So here increase, that means same in 80 volt, 60 volt, that breeze is balanced. So switch off the power supply and disconnect the wire of R2 and take the value of R2 by using multimeter. So value is in kilo ohm, 445 ohm. So 0.445 kilo ohm. So likewise you can use this formula LX1 and put here R2 value is 445 ohm, and same R12 must be changed 20 and RX1 also put here R12 and here R12 and R12 is 20 ohm, that is fixed, and R2 is 0.445 ohm, and same you have to calculate the value of Q1, and that is must be greater than 10, and same next take another value of LX1 RX1 by changing the terminal from 9 to 8 and disconnect the multimeter and reconnect the wire from 16 to 17, 1 to 2 and here 9 to 8, and this is same, this sine wave generator is 10 to 22 and this 11 to 23 same, and this 12 to 13. And this 18 and 19 connect direct to CRO for balancing the bridge, where peak to peak voltage is minimum, that is potential difference is minimum, then the bridge is balanced. So let us start. This frequency is fixed, already set 2 kHz, and this amplitude controllers also set, and this potentiometer in minimum position. So switch on the power and vary the potentiometer R2 and check the peak to peak voltage using CRO. Here the peak to peak voltage must be minimum, that is 60. Then switch up the power and disconnect the wire of R2 and take the value of R2 using multimeter. So here the value 370 ohm, that is 0.37 kilo ohm. Right here 0.370 kilo ohm or 370 ohm. Same, you can use this formula R2 R3 C1. Here R2 value is 370 ohm, and R12 in place of R11 here keep R13, and R13 value is 13 ohm, that is fixed, and do the calculation. And here Rx2 same, C1 is 220 nanofarad, and R13 here keep 13 is 13 ohm fixed, and R2 is given 370 ohm, and R3 already given 500 ohm, and here R13 13 ohm, and likewise you can do the calculation, then find out the value of Q here. So table 1 is over, and calculation of LX1, RX1 and Q1 is over. Let's do the table 2, that is calculation of LX2 and RX2 and Q2. Before doing this, you have to calculate the LX1 and average of LX1 here, average of RX1 here, and average of Q1 here. Okay, let's do the for the table 2. For calculation of LX2 RX2, first we have to connect the patch cord between 1 and 2. Next take another patch cord, connect 6 and 9, and take another patch cord, connect between 12 and 14. We have to calculate LX2 RX2, that's why we connect 14. This one fixed, this 1 and 2 also fixed, 16 and 17 also fixed terminals, and we vary these 3 terminals by taking 3 readings of R2, for taking 3 readings of R2. So next you have to set this frequency in minimum position, frequency control in minimum position, and this amplitude control in maximum position, and let's set the frequency control 2.6 kHz by using CRO. So connect the CRO 22 and 23 and switch on the power supply of trainer, and here check proper sine waves is coming or not. If not coming, then you have to rotate the amplitude control and set proper sine wave. Here perfect sine wave is coming. Next, increase the frequency control slowly and set the frequency 2.6 hertz. So here now 2.6. So switch off the power and disconnect the Sierra probe from sine wave generator and connect terminal 22 to 10 and 11 to 23. Then already connection, and this is minimum, this one 16, 17, everything is connected, and then switch on the power supply. And one more thing, we have to switch off the power, connect terminal 18 to CRO and terminal 19 to CRO probe negative terminal. So switch on the power and start rotate the potentiometer R2 and check the peak to peak voltage. Where the peak to peak voltage is minimum, the bridge is in balance condition. So here 80. So increase, now 80 is minimum. So switch the power, disconnect the wire of R2 and connect the multimeter. Connect the multimeter and take the value of R2 960 ohm, 0.960 ohm. Let us start. Calculate the value of Lx2 R3 R2 C1 by 1 plus 2πf R11 C1 square. So here R3 is 500, R2 is 960, C1 is 220 into 10 to the minus 9 nanofarad, 1 plus 2 into 3.14 F2600 into R11 is 28 and C1 is 220 into 10 to the minus 9 square. So calculate. So equal to 0.1045 Henry, that is 104.5 milli Henry. So write here 104.5. Then calculate the value of Rx2, 2 into 3.14 into 2600, C1 220 nanofarad square into R11 28, R3 is 500 and R2 is 960 by 1 plus 2 into 3.14 into 2600 R11 28 into C1 220 by 10 to the minus 9 square. So calculate. That is 171.68 ohm. So calculate the value of Q2, 2 into 3.14 into 2600 into Lx2 is 104.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided Rx2 171.68, that is, so the answer is 9.94. So here Rx2 171.68 ohm and Q2 9.94. So let's do the second part. Disconnect the multimeter, connect the terminal 1 and 2 and connect from 9 to 7, and all other connections are same, 16, 17, 12, 14, and here 10 to 22 and for 11 to 23. Next, this potentiometer should be in minimum position, then switch on the power of trainer, then to rotate the potentiometer clockwise direction. So what is the peak to peak voltage? In starting 120, then reduce it to 80, 68, 72, here 64 and 56. Now increases, so you have to set on 56, 68, 64, 56. So switched off and take the value of R2 using multimeter. This value is 0.680. So write 680 ohm. Then we have to calculate R3, R2, C1 by 1 plus 2 by F, R12. And what is the value of R2? R12 is 20. C1 square. Using this formula, value of R2 680, calculate the value of LX2 and RX2 and the value of Q2. Then do for the next calculation of R2. Disconnect the wire of multimeter and same connect the patch cord between 1 and 2 and connect the patch cord between 16 and 17. Only change is terminal 9 to 8 and everything is same as before. And the frequency control set 2.6 kilohertz, and this should be in minimum position, this potentiometer, and then switch on the power supply and rotate the potentiometer where minimum noise is coming or where the peak to peak voltage is minimum. Here 44, so switch off and disconnect the wires and connect the multimeter. Here the value of R2 is 345 ohm. So right here 345, and same using this formula calculate the LX2, value of LX2 and value of RX2 and Q2, and take the average of all the readings like LX2, RX2 and Q2. It must be greater than 10. Okay, table 2 is over. So go for table 2, table 3 calculate the value of LX3 and RX3. So let us connect the circuit diagram for calculating LX3 and RX3. So first connect terminal 1 and 2. Next connect terminal 16 and 17. Next take another patch cord, connect between 9 and 6. Take another patch cord, connect between 12 and 15. So LX3 and RX3, so connect in 15. And set the frequency control in minimum position and this amplitude control in maximum position, and this potentiometer R2 must be in minimum position. First we have to set the frequency in 2 kHz by using CRO. So connect the CRO probe then switch on the power supply and check the CRO. By adjusting the amplitude control, this proper sine wave is coming or not. By adjusting this knob, amplitude control knob. Now perfect sine wave is coming. So vary the frequency control and check the frequency. Frequency should be 2 kHz. Set the frequency in 2 kHz. So then switch off power button and disconnect the wire of CRO and take one patch cord, connect between the terminal 10 and 22. Take another patch cord, connect between 11 to 23 and switch on 9 and take another patch cord, connect between 18 and 19. This CRO probe is connected to 18 and 19. Then switch on the power supply and rotate the potentiometer R2 and check the value of peak to peak voltage, where voltage is minimum and less noise is coming, 40 millivolt. So switch off the power supply and disconnect the wire of R2. Connect the multimeter and take the value of R2, 720 ohm. So right here 720 ohm for table 3. Here R3 is 500, R2 is 720, C1 is 220 into 10 to the power minus 9 divided 1 plus 2 into 3.14 into 2000, 2 hertz, no? There are 2 kilohertz, that's why 2000 into R11 is 28 into C1 220 into 10 to the power minus 9 square. So calculate. So it is 78.73 millihenry. So 78.73 millihenry. Then calculate the value of Rx3. Write 2 into 3.14 to 2000 into C1. C1 is 220 into 10 to the power minus 9 square into R11 is 28, R3 is 500 into R2 is 720 divided 1 plus 2 into 3.14 into 2000 into 28 into 220 into 10 to the power minus 9 square. So calculate. So the value is 76.5 ohm. So right here 76.5 ohm. The calculate value of Q3 2 into 3.14 into 2000. X3 is 78.73 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 76.5. Now it's coming 12.93. 12.93. So right here 12.93. So go for the next table. Disconnect the wire of multimeter and connect the patch cord between the terminal 1 and 2 and 16 and 17 and 9 and 7, and this connection is same 12 and 15, and for sine wave generator same connection from 10 to 22 and 11 to 23, and this 18 and 19 connected to CRF. This potentiometer should be in minimum position, and this 2 kilohertz frequency control set in 2 kilohertz and amplitude control already set. So switch on the power supply of trainer and vary the potentiometer where the noise is minimum. Check this. So the peak to peak voltage is 56. So switch off the power supply and disconnect the wire of R2 and connect the multimeter and take the value of R2 509. Write here 509 ohm, and likewise you have to calculate the value of LX3, RX3 and Q3 using the constant values of R12, that is 20, and other values. To start for third row. So disconnect the multimeter, same connect the terminal between 1 and 2 and connect the terminal between 16 and 17 and connect this 9 to 8. Only change is 9 to 8 and other connections are same. And this one fixed 2 kilohertz and this one should be minimum, and then switch on the power supply. Next vary the potentiometer and check the peak to peak voltage. Where the voltage is minimum, the bridge is balanced. So here 40. And take the value of R2 by connecting multimeter. Here the value is 337. Write here 337. So calculate the value of LX3 and RX3, Q3 and find out the average of LX3, RX3 and Q3. Okay, this is the tabulation. So these are the observation tables. So you have to calculate all the values. Okay, thank you.